So, nutrition labels. They are more complicated than I expected when writing down all the ideas that I wanted to say for this video. There were just so many lies and traps with them, and I guess it was just really eye-opening to me when I first discovered them. So, the first thing to really notice is the serving size, and from there, the amount per serving, the amount of servings per package. And companies will exploit it in order to make the product seem better than it really is. For example, oil spray, I'll show it on screen, it says it has 0 calories, but that is definitely not true. Oil has calories, even in spray form. So if you look at the serving size is absolutely tiny. Like, it's 1/3 of a second for this label, and the entire can is over 500 servings. Well, the thing is, companies can legally round down the amount of calories to 0 if the serving size has 5 calories or less. So let's say that one serving actually has 5 calories, so multiply that by over 500, and the entire can is almost 3,000 calories, which is almost an entire pound of fat. And so the thing is, they just make the serving so small that they can enact this liability and thus will trick you. And the thing is, the same trick could be used to split the whole package due to an excess amount of calories for the whole thing. For example, cereal. I mean, like, be honest. We don't want to eat the whole box of cereal, but look at this label's amount of servings per box. 34 servings, which means for the entire box, everything below is multiplied by 34. The calories, everything. Don't believe me? Try it yourself on other products, and you will see how much you have been deceived. Next, in general, we can look at the macronutrients. Macronutrients are the fat, carbohydrate, and protein contents, and these are called macronutrients because they provide calories to the body, and calories are the primary source of energy that fuels our body. Going into fats, PUFAs or polyunsaturated fats are the best, with MUFAs or monounsaturated fats being a close second. These are the fats that are termed as the healthy fats by popular media, and they are more abundant in nuts and avocados. Well, not actually, they aren't more abundant in nuts and avocados, they're just more easily accessible, which is why people tell you to eat them, but they're much more abundant in fatty fish like salmon. And the thing is, when you compare the two, you need to consider other things besides just the healthy fats, so comparing nuts and salmon, nuts primarily are made up of fats and carbohydrates, while salmon is mostly fats and protein. I would argue that protein in the salmon is better. And also, nuts will have more calories per gram. And the thing is, calories are the only thing that matter when it comes to losing weight, which makes it harder to manage your weight if you choose to eat them. And after the healthy fats comes saturated fats, which are highly abundant in animal products. And there have been a lot of controversial studies arguing that saturated fats are healthy versus they're not healthy. But in general, I would avoid them as they have been linked to clogged arteries or atherosclerosis. And of course, there's conflicting evidence for this, but I would personally stay safe. And finally, we have trans fat. Trans fat is artificially produced and is definitely not good for you. Like, 100% is not. Stay away, danger. Okay, it's not that dramatic, but products with trans fat are very unhealthy. And the thing is, a lot of nutrition labels don't list it because they know that it's bad for you, so instead they'll just list that the total amount of fat is some gram amount, but then not list like the specific fat that's in there. So instead, what you can do is you can check if a product has it by looking through the ingredient list. So when looking through the ingredient list, anything listed first will be the most abundant and then decrease in order. And so, the ingredient name for trans fat is basically any deviation from a hydrogenated oil, such as hydrogenated soybean oil or hydrogenated vegetable oil. All of these are trans fats and should be actively avoided. Carbohydrates can also be deceptive. This category is usually split into total sugars, added sugars, and fiber. Unlisted will usually be starch or any other forms of complex carbohydrates. And the thing is, sugar is not the devil, unlike what many preach. However, added sugars are. Fruits contain sugar, but naturally not contain added sugars unless you buy a fruit and then a scientist injects liquid sugar into it. Fiber is split into two more categories. One is soluble and another insoluble. And labels won't list them, and it's kind of complicated. But what you should know is that soluble fiber has 2 calories per gram, unlike the 0 that you may have learned. Insoluble fiber has 0 calories per gram. So labels don't really specify which one is there, so they have fiber, and they always just have it as 0 calories. Finally, we come to protein, and as far as I have seen, no general consumer company besides the fitness ones go in depth with the types of protein, and honestly it would be very unnecessary and it would be a headache to everyday consumers. But given this, fitness companies used to use a common practice to make the protein products cheaper, which is called protein spiking. Essentially, there are different kinds of protein, which are called amino acids, and some are cheaper, and so they just put in a lot more of the cheaper and sometimes harmful ones compared to the useful and more expensive ones. So some amino acids to look out for, if the label lists them, are glycine, arginine, and glutamine. Okay, finally we can go into micronutrients, so vitamins, minerals, also cholesterol, I guess. If the label has any. And these are relatively straightforward. What is listed in the product is in the product, and what isn't is not. Since vitamins and minerals do not contain calories, which is why they're named micronutrients, their purpose towards weight loss is not essential, but if you want to have a good time dieting and also being healthy, you need sufficient vitamins and minerals. And in my opinion, most people, even if they're not losing weight, are deficient in some micronutrients. Did you know that if you are deficient in certain vitamins, you'll develop diseases? For example, you can go blind from not eating enough vitamin A. Although that is quite rare because vitamin A is in a lot of animal products and eggs, and for those who are vegan, is even more abundant in vegetables and fruits. Anyways, I made a short video called What They Don't Tell You About SICO, and it has listed the vitamins and minerals that I think need to be consumed so that you can live and feel and perform the best that you can. Okay, finally, we can talk about the daily values, which are the percentages on the right-hand side of the labels. And these are based on what you would consume if you were to eat 2,000 calories a day. And in my opinion, these are so inaccurate. 1, no general estimate gives you how much you should consume. 2, the daily values under and overestimate how much you should eat. For fiber, it's really underestimated. The daily recommendation is around 25 to 28 grams of fiber. That is low as fuck. In my opinion, a person should be eating 40 to 60 grams of fiber minimum a day. And in my estimate, that's more than double. Go for the highest range. And from this, I can say for sure that your poops are going to like it. So, who doesn't like that? In general, micronutrients are underestimated, and there's basically no harm in consuming too many. But you should watch out for metals like iron, because you can develop problems from chronic overconsumption. For electrolytes, more magnesium and potassium are generally both good. Sodium can be an issue if you have like heart issues or like other health conditions. Zinc is very useful for like relaxing, but I also do believe there's problems if you like megadose. And I mean, okay, when I say megadose, I mean like a shitload. Like I don't how much is a megadose? Okay, like 100 milligrams of zinc. That took a long time. Calcium is really important for your bones, but also is essential for movement. And I guess when it comes to diverging from the daily value system, I would always lessen or keep the same publicly known like bad nutrients. So you got your like saturated fat, trans fat, cholesterol, sugar, and as I said before, upping the good nutrients. It's pretty much always a must. So like, I consider protein, fiber, any vitamins really, any healthy fats as good. And from this video, I guess if anything, this has particularly shown to me that nutrition labels can be so packed. Or I guess, I mean, for me, it's almost second nature, but I guess when writing down everything that I want to say, it's a lot of information. And I hope that you have learned from this. And, well, see you next time.